Hey crazy friends, it's Jay without Francis from Find You Crazy. We are a family of 9 who live full-time in an RV with 5 of our kids as we go around the country to see every national park. But today I don't have any of those 5 kids with me. If you watched last week's video, you know that I took the youngest 3 on a road trip to see an Auburn bowl game in the vein of giving them experiences over gifts for Christmas. Well, today I've got my big 3, my 2 oldest girls and my son-in-law back there. And we are taking a 3-day road trip to go to Orlando so that we can go to Universal Studios. So we made it all the way to Orlando. From Atlanta, that's about a 7-hour drive. So, you know, it is what it is. But we made the best of it, talking and enjoying ourselves. And we actually got here yesterday in time to go down to Disney Springs. I still call it Downtown Disney, but hey, whatever. And we're able to walk around, really enjoy ourselves. Went to eat at Rainforest Cafe. This is all part of giving the gift of experiences, just like we talked about in our last video. Obviously, as I explained in the last video, you know, giving gifts that are experiences rather than stuff is something that we've always enjoyed, but really since we've been traveling have really embraced that. So partly because we don't have space to give a lot of more stuff, but also partly just because, you know, it's a great thing to do with kids. In the last video, you know, we took the 3 little guys to the Auburn bowl game, and with that age group, it's a really great idea because they don't need any more stuff. You know, all these toys that they're going to play with for just a few minutes, they're going to break, lose. They're not even going to have them by the time the next year rolls around. And you're like, why did I even give them that? But giving them that experience is something they can hang on to. But if you invest that early at that age, by the time they get to be older, like our older girls, they really love that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, buying gifts for older kids, especially like adult kids, is more difficult because little stuff that they want, they just go ahead and buy themselves, and big stuff is bigger than a lot of times what your budget is. But when you've invested those experiences, they embrace those as well. So my second oldest, Virginia, is about to turn 21 in just a couple of weeks, and so when we asked her what she wanted to do, she said
Universal Studios.
She wanted to go to Universal Studios. We actually did this like 4 years ago, just the 3 of us. Our son-in-law was not around yet, and so just the 3 of us did this exact same thing. It was for Virginia's 16th birthday and Anley's high school graduation, and so had such a great time. That's exactly what they wanted to do again. Now, if we're being completely honest, though we are coming to Universal is just a means to an end, because we are actually just coming to
the Harry Potter world.
We're actually just coming to the Harry Potter world. Harry Potter has been something that our girls have loved for a super long time. It's actually something that I really have enjoyed. The books, when they first started coming out, I was a youth pastor, so all of my students were reading them, and so I started reading them so that I could give feedback to parents, and got to enjoy them and read all of them. And so, you know, reading the books, watching the movies, that was the rule in our house. You had to have read the book before we watched the movie. But, you know, it's great, fun, and we all are sporting our colors for our houses. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. But I am a Gryffindor. Virginia is
Hufflepuff.
Hanley is
Slytherin.
And Larry's a Muggle, so just kidding. But he just doesn't have any merch yet. So we're going to go in. We're going to have a great time, and you got to see some of this really immersive area of this park. Alright, so we made it to Diagon Alley. Are you excited? So the first thing you got to do when you get here is you got to go get your
Wand.
You got to get your wand. If you don't know, this place has some really cool like interactive areas where you can actually use your wand to cast a spell. And so you got to go get your wand. And so if you're going to get a wand, you got to go to
Ollivanders.
because that's the only place to get a cool wand. So we're going to go in and see what kind of wand we get to pick.
On the elder, 14 inches long, rigid, with a phoenix tail feather cord. You may lift up that one. Now, there are some flowers across the way. I want you to bring them down here to my place. Wave your wand and say, Descendo flowers.
Descendo.
Oh! We're getting closer. Place the wand down.
All right, Jen, tell us whose wand you got.
I got Newt Scamander's wand, the best Hufflepuff in the world.
Larry, who'd you get?
Albus Dumbledore.
It's hard to go wrong with old Dumbledore. And Anley, who did you get?
I got Professor Snape's.
Nice. Her favorite villain, not quite villain, almost a villain. Alright, so one of the really cool things about these wands is it's not just like a decorative wand, they actually work here inside of the park. So all around the park there are areas where you can cast a spell, and by pointing your wand at an item and doing a certain motion, which they tell you, you can make something happen. So we're going to go and see if we can get our magic on.
Told you, I mastered the art of silent spells.
That's awesome. Alright, so we are in line for what is the Apex ride here at the Diagon Alley side, and that is Gringotts, Escape from Gringotts. So this is a 4D movie roller coaster ride, complete experience that has super fond memories for our family. So last time we were here, we didn't really know a lot about it, and so we got on it. Virginia does not necessarily love like roller coaster type rides. And so we got on the car, and you go like slowly around this corner to this big movie screen, and you're watching the movie screen, and you think all's good because you see the tracks just slowly going off in front of you. What they don't tell you is it's all a setup. So all of a sudden they cast a spell on you, and the track literally falls about 2 feet, is pointed down, waits for about 5 seconds, and then takes off on this thing. When that thing fell, Virginia screamed like bloody murder. I mean, like, and it was like the perfect comical timing because it didn't move. Like, it drops and stops, so she screams. Everybody's kind of laughing on the car, and then it takes off, and everybody in the car freaks out. So, best moment here ever. So we're going to try it again now that we know what we're expecting. One of the things that we love about this area is it's like total immersion in wizarding world. I mean, like, even you're standing in line, you're surrounded by all the bankers and the pomp and the circumstance. I mean, like, it's just super cool.
Whiz bangs, fireworks from my brothers Fred and George. Gilbert, what are you drinking?
You are now approaching the card station.
So we just got off of Green Guts. We actually escaped, and surprise ending, Virginia survived. And she only screamed at appropriate times. So how was it? Were you happy you redid it?
Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
Haley, Mary, what do y'all think? How was it? This is both y'all's second time. Was it better the second time?
Yeah, it was really good.
I think it was better the second time. We read it last time, like there's so much going on, it's hard to take it all in. This time, because you're not overwhelmed, you get to see everything. Like it's a pretty crazy immersive ride. So we got a lot more Harry Potter to do, so we're gonna keep going.
Please go ahead. I'm not going to eat it.
All right, Larry, what'd you get?
I got the toad in a hole.
Toad in a hole. Is it made out of real toads?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What about you, Allie?
I got the fisherman's pot pie.
Ooh, that looks really good.
There you go.
Emily, what you drinking?
Butterbeer, just the regular kind.
Butterbeer, the regular kind. Larry, what you got?
I got that hot butter beer.
How's the hot butterbeer?
It's quite
Pretty good. How's yours, Emily?
Very, very good.
How are you drinking it and not getting a mustache? That's not even fair. Alright, so we are waiting on what is possibly one of the coolest things in this entire park, and that's not like a big ride or a big store. It's a show. It's this puppet show they do with these big puppets, and it is like from the last time we were here, it was one of our absolute favorite things. And I think there's 2 different shows, and so we're not sure which one we're going to get, but we're about to find out.
Clever enough to evade him. The oldest brother, who is a combative man, asked for a wand more powerful than any in existence. A wand that must always win duels for its owner. So Death fashioned him one from an elder tree that grew nearby.
He then greeted Death as an old friend, and went with him gladly, departing this life as it was.
Alright, so we finished up day 1. We did both sides of the park, spent the entire day in the park. How you feel? Tired. I think we're all feeling it in our knees and our back. The good news is we had a great time. The bad news / good news is we're going to come back and do it again tomorrow. So we need to go get some rest. Hey, so we are back for our second day, and since we did most of the Hogwarts stuff yesterday, we thought we would start off and try to catch some of the other things today. And I kid you not, we are having the most awful luck. We have tried to get on 4 different rides, and while we were either standing at the gate or in line, they've closed them. And so we're trying to get back on Hogwarts before it breaks, so that we can at least try to have some fun today. And hopefully the other things will open back up and we can get back on some of the coasters. We'll see. All right, so we made it through our second day. Yes, everything opened back up. We actually got to ride all of those things that were closed and only had to wait like 25, 30 minutes total for all of them. So it all worked out, of course. And again, one of the things about these experiences that is amazing is all of the amazing memories you make. And of course, there's tons, but everybody's got their favorite. So Virginia, what was your favorite single moment?
Mine was definitely getting my official Hogwarts robes.
That's pretty spectacular. Larry, how about you?
Oh, probably the Hogwarts light show and fireworks. Very amazing.
Yeah, that lighting up the castle was pretty impressive. And Annalie has had so much fun that she's asleep. We can't get her woken up. So, hey, that's okay. You know, for me, I think maybe that one single moment was probably on the Velociraptor coaster where it was like right at the pinnacle of the highest peak before you fall down to the bottom. That was pretty incredible. But honestly, overall, the favorite thing for me was just these memories that we've made. I mean, here, these 2 days are something that I have shared with my two oldest girls and my son-in-law that we will remember forever, and we'll joke about and talk about and just enjoy. And that's what happens when you give experiences instead of gifts for Christmas or birthdays or whatever it is. And so that's what we've done this season, obviously a lot in these last two videos, and what we would encourage you to do. So until next time, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like it down there. We'd love for you to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our crazy fun. And until next time, go out and have some crazy experiences with your crazy family. See you guys.